Yeah. What up? What up? Evidence Dilated Peoples in your area. The Neighborhood Watch is now, so watch out. When work come to work, my peoples come first. My peoples on MVRemix, they right here. So official, Dilated 2004. Oh!
www.mvremix.com.
Okay, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm not doing too badly. So it turns out I'm interviewing you. I was told I was interviewing Babu.
Would you rather interview Babu?
No, definitely. You're a great interview as well. So I'm going to interview you in a little bit of a different format. I'm going to change up the questions a bit. So let's see. If you could, a la Fight Club, if you could fight any celebrity, who would you fight?
If I could fight any celebrity, who would I fight? You know, I train Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm up for the task. I'm not really looking for fights nowadays. I'd rather build with cats. But if it came down to it, I'm sure I could pick a few. Let's do that question last. Let's come back to that one last.
Okay.
We'll end it off with that.
Now, with Dilated's progression and your audience growing, do you feel you're looked upon differently, or do you feel you still have the same respect you always had?
All marathon, I said, I keep our heads with us as there's more to gain, and Rock always said, in fact, we try to keep the same heads in the front row of the show. We just hope it goes back a lot farther now. So we've really done a lot to secure our base, whether it's doing the Alchemist Presents Heavy Surveillance mixtapes or putting Marathon out on ABP Records for our fans. We've done a lot to let them know that we really are still in touch with people that got us here, and we haven't left them. It just so happens that in the natural evolution of just human beings, you always want to grow. You're never going to be satisfied. So I think, out of all the groups that are doing what we do, we really have an edge on them because we're really not forgetting our past. We're still real humble cats, down to earth, do in-stores, deal with people, shake hands, and let people know that we're still the same Evidence, Our Science, and Babu that we started out as.
With your production, you've recently released Yellow Tape instrumentals and Battle Axe. Are you going to be doing more instrumental albums, or do you want to stick more to Dilated, or a mix of the two?
That was just something I just put together. None of that is new material. That's all previously released work that I've done over the last 4 years, mostly from 4 years ago and before that. What happened was a lot of people were coming up to me everywhere I was going and saying, like, I love this record you did for AC Alone, or I love this record you did for Elemental, or these people, but how come I couldn't find the instrumental for them? Or, man, there was only 500 pieces of wax press, so how do I get that instrumental? So what I really did was just went back and checked over a lot of the production I had done where the instrumentals were hard to find, and I just put them out. So that's just a compilation of showcasing some old work. That's not where I am currently up to date. But, Mad Child just was like, you have an outlet to put stuff out like that if you want through Battle Axe. And so I just gave him 14 cuts of just, some previous stuff that I had done. I don't feel that's the current representation of where I'm at. Where I'm at now, I don't even think the world knows. I've really been in my hole, in my lab, just trying to, like Dr. Dre said, I took time to perfect the beat. I really took that line to heart. So I've been in my little studio, just really trying to let people know that when I come back out with some production in these next couple of years, you're going to be noticing the difference in a major way.
What do you concentrate on music when you do produce? Do you have a preference over keyboards versus samplers? Or?
I'm sorry, there's a car driving by. Can you read the question one more time?
When you do produce, how do you go about it? I mean, do you have a preference whether you use keyboards or samplers, or do you mesh everything you can together?
Ideally, I would like to blend it all together. Sometimes a sample will spark an idea. A lot of times I'll have a sample and end up playing so much music around it, I end up taking the sample away. But, there's just no real one formula. I do appreciate when people can do work on keyboards or live instrumentation to make it sound authentic. My goal is just to create that sound. How I get it, I don't really care. I just want to come out with the end result best possible.
Now, recently, probably a few months ago, the Far I made some comments on people like Atmosphere and Ugly Duckling and Aesop Rock, criticized them. Now, because Dilated is kind of on the fence with that, how do you feel with regards to what you said?
What do you mean exactly by we're on the fence? I just want to get that clear.
Well, as far as I knew, you were you're affiliated with the Far Eye, But
Definitely.
have you not done shows with any of the aforementioned artists?
Yeah, I have. That's the interesting part about that. You know, like when we went to Minneapolis, Atmosphere host, you know, they threw our in-store for us, and then we did the same show together for the same night. And when we were on the Talib Kweli, we performed with them before on that tour. So, you know, I respect what those people are doing. And Jafar is a grown man, and he's allowed to voice his opinion, you know, and I respect his opinion as a grown man as well. I do think that, you know, some of the stuff he said, he had good points on, and some of it I didn't agree with. But, you know, just to let everybody know, just because Jafar says what he says and feels how he feels doesn't mean I have to represent those same feelings. But, you know, the game has changed, and you know, he makes valid points, but, you know, I am cool with Atmosphere, and I am cool with Ugly Duckling, and I am cool with a lot of people like that, and I do respect what they're doing as well.
Along those same sorts of lines, I'm not sure if you've heard, but Chuck D recently criticized Kanye.
What did he say?
He basically, what was it? He said, I've got the quote here, somebody gets top-notch producer credits for speeding up old records, and I think his lyrics are decent. 85% of Cat's rhyme and have the same voice with little difference in cadence. It's like the NBA having 206 point guards. What do you think about the words that you said with regards to?
Well, then I guess this is a repeat of the last question, because I respect Chuck D, and, you know, if it wasn't for Chuck D, there might not be a Dilated Peoples, you know, or a Public Enemy. There might not be a Dilated Peoples. So I respect his opinion as a grown man as well. But Kanye is one of my favorite artists right now, and if that's the same case, I speed up old records too. I'm guilty as charged.
Along the lines of this way, to quote the man we just mentioned, what's better, getting laid or getting paid?
Man, that is a really fucking good question. I would say 60-40 getting laid, you know, but you know, but after I get laid, you know, there's that damn, I don't need to be doing this all the time. I need to be focusing my energy on getting that money. So I think one really helps the other out a lot. If you get too much pussy, then that's a problem. But if you're only about getting money, that ain't healthy either. I think you need to go get laid a little bit.
Yeah. What are you listening to these days?
I go get my CD book, so I can tell you that honestly. Hold up. I'm on the road right now with Kanye and Young Guns, so Consequence, one of Kanye's artists, you know, Consequence was down with Tribe Called Quest. I got his mixtapes, I've been bumping that. I got, let me see here. I got the Sean Paul album, Radiohead Kid A. I got the Kanye album, Encore Layover, Mobb Deep, Free Agent, Nora Jones, Feels Like Home. It's OK Player compilation. We just did a song for it. It came out real tight. I've been bumping the Dilated album like crazy, even though it's fucking almost 2 years old. Dude on Capitol named Van Hunt. He's alright.
Oh, yeah.
Strong Arm Steady out of Los Angeles, which is Crondon, Mitchie Slick, Feel the Agony, Xzibit. They've been putting out a series of mixtapes, and they got an album coming out. I'm loving all that stuff. You know, I just like good music where I can find it. I'm not the same cat I was 10 years ago, really, like, trying to seek a lot of shit out. Nowadays, it kind of has to find me more than I go out looking for it.
Which movies have shaped your perspective on the world?
Godfather, Carlito's Way, Scarface, City of God, let's see here, Reservoir Dogs, Shawshank Redemption, I don't know, so many good movies out there, man.
Looking forward to Kill Bill 2?
Didn't see Kill Bill 1.
You didn't?
Didn't see it. Sometimes the good ones pass me by, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't really compare to the Pulp Fiction White Dogs, but it's still not bad.
I'm going to check it out. Sometimes, you know, you just get on the boat a little late, but I'll probably get around to it.
So how's the touring with Kanye been going?
It's been beautiful, you know. It's been really, really good. I'll be honest, a lot of it is a Rockefeller crowd who haven't really heard of Dilated Peoples records. They know worst come to worst. They might have heard this cut or that cut, but they don't really know a lot about us, you know. And every night we go, there are those Dilated Peoples fans who are up in there too, going crazy, singing every word. So a lot of these Rockefeller people are looking at them like, how the hell these kids know every word to this shit? I don't know about it. But we've always been the type to just put us in front of a crowd. I feel like we could really do our thing no matter what it is. We've opened up for D'Angelo, Rage Against the Machine, such a versatile Linkin Park. It's never been a thing for us to get out in front of new people. We look people in the eye and demand that respect. And by the end of the show, everybody goes crazy. And what the best part about it is we do our set, we leave, and then Kanye comes out, and then we do our single This Way during his set. So everyone really, the roof almost falls down every night when we do that.
Who influenced your live stage show performance? Which artists kind of make you think, well, that's a kind of good thing to adapt with my songs over on?
Jurassic 5, Rocka, my partner Rocka, a lot. Just him telling us we need to get on the road. I was all really about the recordings. I never really thought about the live aspect. I mean, I used to be in the streets battling cats, but I never thought about getting on a stage and performing for thousands of people at a time. But those two people I named really there show me how to become a good, just do good showmanship and just become an MC, not just a rapper.
Now that Neigborhood Watch is out, what is the track you're most pleased with, and what is the one that you think maybe I could have done something different?
But this record right here, we turned in for a August release of 2003, and just due to a lot of politics and bullshit, it came out when it came out now. And I'm not mad at that because the success is wonderful and everyone's really digging it, but as an artist and a creative person, you always want to move on. So what happened is we actually did a song called Under the Sun that was recorded for Heavy Surveillance Mixtape, which is a mixtape series that Alchemist has been putting out. And we did a song called Under the Sun, and people started reacting to it really well. And there came times where, the UK was demanding and Japan was demanding an extra track for the record because they always wanted an exclusive. So we went back into the studio and revamped Under the Sun and put strings on the hook and added voices over the guitars to enhance them. And we put Rocka first. Well, I used to go first. We switched the order just to make it a little more fluent. And it just became magical. So what's happening is actually that song is getting striped on to all the records. It's actually not on the first run, but I'm really excited about that record. I feel like it's current, dilated. Song Marathon I really love. Song Love and War I really love. Our solo songs, Big Business and Caffeine I really love because we get to spit individually and you get to see the different dynamics of us. There's nothing I regret. I really feel like, especially because this record has been sitting, the fact that it's coming out now is really showing the power and the timelessness of the music that we make. But as a creative person and as a person who's always striving to do better and always thinking that they are getting better, I would love to go back in the studio right now and start creating new material.
What does the future have to show, the near future for Evans, in terms of are there guest appearances or collaborations that we get to hear about that you have recently been involved in?
Yeah, well, I co-produced the last song on Kanye West album, College Dropout, the song called Last Call. It's a big opportunity for me because This Way was the little song we did for our album, and Last Call was the last song Kanye did for his album. And a lot of people say, that This Way is the biggest cut we got, and a lot of people say Last Call is the best cut he got. So it's kind of nice to know that we influence each other, and we're not just reaching out to one person, but that we can mutually influence each other. My production, like I said before, is something I'm very, very much focusing on right now, and the stuff I've done for Mad Child from Solo Members for his solo record, or my solo record, which I've started brainstorming on already, I really feel like it's going to get 110% of my focus. And, 2005, 6, and 7, people are going to see a whole new Evidence on the boards and lyrically. I'm 27 years old now, and I just feel like over these last couple of years I've grown up so much and I'm really ready to handle that responsibility, whereas in the past there was a little lack of self-confidence on my part. The only reason I kept doing it is because other people were telling me you're nice, or you have that ability, but now I really feel like I'm starting to fall into my own. So there's going to be a lot of things, whether it's me doing a track on Xzibit's new album, which is a possibility right now, or underground cats in Los Angeles named Element that I did a song with, or just a number of different things that I'm involving my energy in. Just know that if I put my stamp on it in the future, it's going to be quality material.
With regards to solo efforts, will yourself and Rocka then definitely be doing solo efforts over the next couple of years? Or? Yes.
Just to interrupt that, yes. It's something that we've always wanted to do for a long time. It's no secret. We didn't grow up together. We hooked up together as already people who had our own visions in mind. We came together to do this group, Dilated Peoples. It's our little version of Wu-Tang Clan, basically. But that's why the group is dynamic, and that's why we haven't let it go yet, is because sometimes someone's too overly political for a whole record. It can lean heavy two way, or someone's just spitting battle raps the whole record. It might lean too heavy one way. With Dilated Peoples, we've kind of found that balance. Like there's always something for everybody, especially with Babu being the backbone of our group, the DJ. We've really found something special, and I think people dig our group for different reasons. But I think once we get to do our solo records, you'll find out more of who we are as individuals and be able to make it might be a little more tangible as far as, encompassing a whole project. Not to belittle any Dilated records. I love these records to death for the rest of my life, but I just feel like when Rocka has that platform to say what he wants to say for 3 verses instead of having to compromise into a verse and a half, and I have the same ability to do what I want to do, that we're going to really shine. And, we're going to have each other's back 100% no matter what.
So do you have any last words you'd like to put to your fans?
Yeah, it's a work in progress. This is not over. I'm not satisfied. I don't think we've made it. I don't think we've done it. I don't think it's there. Even classics that people deem classics, Work the Angles or Worst Come to Worst, I feel like I got it in me to top those. I'm not, my hunger is up more than ever right now, so count on us to come through with quality shit for a while. I feel like I'm losing my edge. I'm going to stop doing it. I love the music too much to do. I think it would be a disservice for me not to be feeling it in my heart and keep making music.
Thank you very much for your interview.
No, we're not done. We got to go back to the first question.
Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Who would you fight?
I would fight, anybody of any celebrity, period.
Well, basically, it's kind of a joke question. I mean, last week I asked Gift the Gab of Black Delicious. He said Gary Coleman.
That's not fair, is it?
Lyrics Born said Schwarzenegger.
That's not fair either. Alright, so let me think here. What am I talking about? George Bush.
Alright. Not a bad one at all.
I put him in the chokehold. You know what? I better be careful if I said it. I might have Secret Service following me, but we could scrap fairly with a referee to make sure there's no dirty blows were thrown.
I think he might have a few people behind him.
Yeah. I might have a good cheering section.